Where is this and why is there a picture of it? This is a real family tree mystery, and I was determined to solve it. Well, the game is afoot. I found this photograph in a musty old box of pictures from my grandparents' house. There's no identification. I scanned the faded original with extremely high resolution and improved the contrast to get this version. Right away I noticed several interesting things about this picture. Number one, it looks like a small town setting. Number two, there are electrical and/or telephone wires. 3, no automobiles were visible. Number 4, a horse-drawn buggy without a horse is parked at the left side. And finally, a girl or young woman is entering the scene from the lower right. We can see her hat and maybe a purse. I concluded that the picture is probably from the early part of the 20th century. Where is this place? And why is the picture among my family's photographs? Who took the picture? And why? I used Adobe Photoshop and zeroed in on various parts of the scene, starting with the building at the right. It has a sign, and with lots of enlargement, I could read the sign. It says, B.D. Thomas, Horseshoer. So this is a blacksmith shop. It affirmed my belief that horses were still being used for transportation and farm work. Better still, this might lead me to the location of this photograph. We can also see a nearby sign, and it says West End Garage. So I guess automobiles were around at this time. Furthermore, there is a community called West End, just west of Atlanta, of course. Is this the same place? Obviously, finding B.D. Thomas, the horseshoer, would help me identify this spot. So I found Beverly D. Thomas on an old census form, and lo and behold, he's a blacksmith, and he's in West End. What about that? And look, I also found him in an old city directory listing of blacksmiths. There he is, with his name misspelled. And here's the biggest surprise. I found a photograph of B.D. Thomas. See, life can be so simple. Well, this is just great. I now know that the picture was probably made between 1900 and 1910. It could have been earlier, but there is no 1890 census to tell me about B.D. Thomas's occupation. I still want to know more, though. Why was this picture in my family's collection? It probably had nothing to do with Beverly D. Thomas, whose shop was just an incidental part of the street scene. What else is on that street? Sanborn maps are great genealogy tools, if you can find the correct year and neighborhood. This is a 1911 Sanborn map, and it shows Gordon Road with its older name of West Glen. On the right side, you see the pink building labeled BLSM. It's a blacksmith shop, just where it should be. And to its left is, you guessed it, an auto repairing shop. This is real progress. But I still didn't know who took the picture or why. I kept looking at the map and began to look beyond the row of buildings, and there it was, right before my eyes. Just south of these buildings, across the field seen in the photograph, is a large building. This building is the Western Electric Company, where my grandfather, John Allen Stevens Sr., worked for most of his life. In this reduced scale picture, you can see the blacksmith shop, and below that is the big open field. The buildings to the left of the field are visible in the photograph. This is where the buggy is sitting. Just south of the lot is the large Western Electric building, and this is the location of the camera, aimed across the field toward the street. It captured the young woman moving across the foreground. Because the picture was in my grandfather's possession, I think that he took the picture. Maybe he was trying out a new camera. Maybe he made the picture as part of his job. I may never know those answers, but I do know a lot more about this photograph.